Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome to the I Know a Spot podcast. Today's spot is the Montecito Hot Springs in the Santa Barbara. It's about a 1.5 mile hike in. There's like 10 pools of varying level of heat. And I've got my cousin Allie with me.
Hi.
Allie, now if you aren't familiar with the I Know a Spot podcast, basically you and some friends, you end up somewhere in the wild, somewhere amazing, somewhere special like this, and you just have a little chat about life, whatever you want to talk about. This is your space.
Okay. Would you like to start the conversation?
Sure. So, for those of you that don't know Allie, just tuning in, we have been on many road trips. Some of the greatest road trips I've ever been on in my life have been with my cousin Allie. We've done Utah's Mighty Five. We've done Yosemite multiple times. There is no limit to where our adventure goes. And Allie herself is no stranger to these adventures, as she's driven cross-country multiple times, been to twice as many, triple as many national parks as I have, and is all around exceptional adventure gal.
So sorry.
It's okay, she's got to adjust. There's
so
no
sorry.
cuts on the podcast. There's no editing.
No cuts?
There's no cuts. It's just,
Oh my god. Okay.
So Allie, one of the things I asked Andrea a couple weeks back was,
Okay.
if you had unlimited budget, let's say, not even unlimited, let's say somebody just handed you 10 grand, right? Where are you going?
In America?
It could be worldwide.
I'm going to Egypt.
Okay, I never would have guessed that. Why
I'm going to
Egypt?
Because that's been a lifelong dream of mine,
Nice.
to go to Egypt. And I want to just go experience that culture.
Yeah.
That shit looks fucking awesome. No, but when I was little, I wanted to be an Egyptologist.
Really? Like you'd be in the caves like Indiana Jones and shit.
Yeah. So I've always wanted to go to Egypt. So if somebody, but even 10 grand, actually, 10 grand wouldn't be enough, I don't think, to go have like
A full Egypt
a
expedition.
luxurious, nice trip to Egypt. I want to go to Africa, actually.
Oh, go on a safari.
Yeah. But I want to go to a ton of different countries in
Yeah.
Africa. Like, I think there's like 9 that I really want to go to. Yeah, I think it'd be alive.
Very nice, very nice. What did you think of the hike to get to today's spot?
Oh my god, this one was so much better. The whole time I kept thinking, I don't know, I feel like I'm biased because if I came into this hike without have done a terrible, hard hot spring hike prior.
Well, they don't even know about that. Tell them.
I was in Idaho on my last cross-country road trip, and all trails told us it was going to be like an easy 2-mile hike to get to Hot Springs, and it ended up being 4 miles of literally just like straight up incline of just boulders for 4 miles, and it literally took us 6 hours to get up. Like, it was so terrible, and there was zero shade.
Was it also super hot?
And we wanted to die. It was like 98 degrees. We had 1 water bottle, and
Speaking of water.
it was just really tragic. So to be honest with you, when I started this hike, as long as it wasn't as bad as that, this would be a really good hike. So this has been a really good hike. It only took us, what, you think like 35 minutes to get up here?
Yeah, super quick.
Like, yeah.
If it was like a cold winter day, this would be exceptional.
Yeah. For sure.
What's your favorite national park you've ever been to?
I would say there's a gnarly spider web above you, by the way.
Let's
A
hope.
bunch of dead bugs in it.
Oh, nice.
Pretty cool. My favorite national park I've been to so far is probably either Canyonlands or Canyonlands National Park.
I'm locking my eye.
Or maybe, I don't even want to say Arches, because Arches just had one really cool hike. But like...
Yeah, you should tell them about the time we went to Arches and hiked in the snow, probably the most dangerous ass trail There's
Yeah. We
in
hiked literally on this 5-day Utah trip. Almost every single hike we did was closed, but
yeah,
because it was snowing.
a lot of stuff was closed because of the snow. But
Um,
what wasn't closed was the Arches National Park,
Devil's Garden Loop.
Devil's Garden, including
And-
Primitive Trail Loop.
But once we finished the trail, there was a closed sign when we got out to the end. So I think they closed the trail after we had gone through. Anyways, we almost died. It was like not ideal, but it was a great, memorable
You'd be
story.
hiking on these really thin slits of rock, like this thin, and it's covered in like a foot of snow, so you're taking big steps. But then it's only like 4 feet wide, so it's got these drops on the edge. And if you slip, you know, you would just fall, one side you'd fall 70 feet to your death, one side you'd fall 30 feet to your death. And then halfway through, it broke into 2 separate rocks, and we had to jump across. And it was ridiculous. It was, because we had also did Angel's Landing on this trip, and I found that was much more dangerous than Angel's Landing.
It was definitely more dangerous than Angel's Landing. Angel's Landing was not.
Well, yeah,
that
just
deep.
holding on to chains and stuff. You know that show Hot Ones with the nuggets?
Yeah, the nuggets.
The wings, I mean?
The wings. I was gonna say that my second favorite national park. Well, actually, it might be my first. I don't know, Zion. I don't know. Just because the Narrows that we did and the Angel's Landing was super cool. What about Hot Wings?
This is like an alternative Hot Ones where it's like, hey, it's 80 degrees and it's really hot water. How long can you sit in the water? Because I'm about tapped out. But we can, you know, continue it like this. I'm sure I'm in frame.
Like, what's your favorite word right now?
Jambalaya.
Wait, I learned a word. I remembered a word that I haven't heard in forever the other day.
Huh.
My best friend Linda told me about it. Cause she like was talking about food and she said, "That shit looks bodacious."
Bodacious.
And I was like, I feel like we should just start using that word.
Bodacious is a good one.
Bodacious is a good one. What animal
funny,
would you like actually really be in fear for your life if you ran into? Like, would you be more
I can
scared
tell
if you
you-
ran into a bear, or would you be more scared if you ran into a mountain lion?
I think I would be scared of both, but my recent trip to Cucamonga Peak, hiking down at night, has made me realize even seeing a deer in the dark scares the shit out of me. I had no clue what it was. It's like 40 feet away. It's got its fucking little eyes looking at me like, "Urgh," and I turned off my light because I thought it was a hiker, so I didn't want to like blind them. And then I turned my light on, it's disappeared. I'm like, what? And then I look up on the mountain, it's just a deer. But that scared me.
That'll do it.
It interrupted my Outlaw Country playlist. Just the deer.
Just like the glowing eyes.
Yeah, they were glowing.
Dude, the craziest was I was in Badlands National Park, and when we were driving down this dirt road, it was literally like a 20-mile dirt road, and then out of nowhere, it's just these, a lot of people don't know this, bison's eyes glow in the light red. Like,
That's terrifying.
it's really terrifying, because like a deer will glow like white or blue or yellow, but a bison's is red. So like our headlights hit it out of nowhere, and it was just like boom, it looked like we had ran into the devil. Like, it was just like, he was just
It was
sitting
just in
there.
the middle of the
It
road.
was just there, and we were just like, what the fuck?
I love bison.
Bison
Catalina? Those are bison, right?
There's so many bison in Catalina.
Okay, long story short, I mean, I feel like everybody knows this, but maybe if you're not a California native, you don't know the story. But in what, like the early, like, was it 30s or 60s or something?
It was in between it was definitely in between like the 20s to 40s. I think.
Okay, so basically like 100 years ago, some dude was filming a movie on Catalina Island. He was like, yo, you know what this movie needs? Bison. So he like airdropped in, well, on a boat probably.
He airdropped.
But he like called in a strike, a bison strike, and got put like, what, 80 of them or something on the island. And it's not like a big
I think it
island,
was less
Catalina.
than that.
It was like only like 20
I think
or
it
something?
was like oh my
13?
God. It was, yeah, I feel like that sounds right. Like, it was like not that many.
The point is, it was a small amount of bison for this guy's movie. They filmed the movie, they wrapped filming, and I think they tried to get some of them back, but they didn't really pay much mind. And then flash forward to now, there's like hundreds of fucking bison on Catalina Island because they all repopulated. And bison are
like
definitely not
thousands.
native to Catalina Island. But we got to see a bunch of them. There's a tour you can do where it's like, I forgot how much it was, but we paid for the group tour and nobody else signed up. So really it was just a VIP tour where it gets us. But I want to say it was probably like $200. It's pricey. And we got to go into like the back country of Catalina, and we saw a bunch of bison, and we saw farms and research centers, and
yeah, I think we got to drive along like one of the backbone trails. It was pretty sick.
it was really sick.
Definitely, I would like to go hike Catalina.
You can hike the Trans Catalina Trail. It's like 4 days, 5 days,
Yeah.
and you can hike the whole thing, all the way to the end of the apple wallpaper.
And some of the bison got mad at us.
One of the bison ran into our Jeep.
Like, I would kind of be a little bit freaked out camping there in fear of like, what if a bison decides they want to just like ram through my tent?
Then you open your thing, and there's red eyes like 4 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Um,
But there's been a lot of other dangerous animals on
they're not worried about
Catalina.
it.
There's a lot of dangerous plants on Catalina.
That would like hurt you if you touched them. you ate
Or
them.
like licked them or ate them.
You just going around licking random plants.
I can't remember what plant it was, but
There's a story about how she licked a
There-
plant.
there there is a group of Girl Scouts on Catalina Island that made their s'mores with like certain twigs from like tree, and then they all died because they ate the like.
Wow, that's scary.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Shout out to s'mores.
Shout out.
You know something else crazy? See this? Somebody built these. They're like, you know what we need right here? 12 hot tubs. And they just put them down.
So when it comes to hiking and like outdoorsiness, what's one thing you wish you had a better strength in? Like endurance?
Endurance
like,
for sure. Because after
You
Cucamonga
don't
Peak,
think like survival skills?
well, obviously survival skills. I couldn't even
Well,
start a
that's
fire.
what I'm
Okay.
saying. That's what you didn't even let me
I
get through
think.
the
Sorry.
option.
I think everything needs improvement. Everything.
Yeah, no, but it's saying like you had one.
Okay, 1 out of how many?
Well, let's think.
It's like XP. I can level up 1 skill.
You can level up one skill like right now.
Okay.
Endurance, survival skills. Crap, what else is there?
Heat tolerance.
Heat
No.
tolerance. Heat tolerance. Cold tolerance. I'm trying to think of
You know what I would do instead of trying to level up something I'm like okay at? I'm gonna go with something I have zero knowledge of, which is like I guess it would be like my like herbology skill. Like I don't know what any trees or plants or pine cones or animals are. If I had 1 more skill point in that,
Wait,
it might
what's it
help.
called when they do that for mushrooms? Oh my god.
I forget, but you'd improve that.
I would.
So you can tell if a mushroom's gonna
love-
get you lit or if it's gonna get you fed.
Yeah. No, but I want to know more about plants too, so we could like. So I guess that has to do with your survival skills, you know. I don't really think. I just know a lot of information about the plants, like in New Jersey, that I grew up around. I feel like I could probably survive out in the woods in New Jersey. I don't know about like out here. Just because like I don't know what the hell anything is out here.
You feel that?
Everything's different. Everything is different. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome.
Alright, well, I don't like to drag these out. I think this has been a good little session, you know. My feet on fire.
I think I want to touch the sulfur.
Okay, touch it.
I want to give myself a mud bath. But first, Instagram photos.
I thought you didn't want to get your hair wet.
I don't.
You can do your face.
I was gonna do my full body.
Okay, well, I heard there's more mud down there.
I'm gonna get muddy. I'm gonna get muddy. Indeed.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the second official episode of the I Know a Spot podcast. Our guest this week, Allie.
Slay.
We
I
will-
didn't know we were doing this, so I would have came prepared with better questions.
No, it's good that we didn't come prepared. But this is the new thing. I think it's a companion piece to the YouTube video.
Got it.
So it's like there's the YouTube video where we go camping and hiking, and then there's the I Know a Spot podcast where we're sitting somewhere and we have a podcast. Because you know what? Damn it. If
The
guys
stepdaughter.
can start podcasts and talk about random ass dumb shit, I can start a podcast and talk about random ass dumb shit.
Okay.
Allie, it's been a pleasure.
Boing.